WWE Women's Wrestlers of 2017. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at how well the main roster women's division has performed over the past year. This means we won't be making space for NXT ladies. Once he performed in the Mae Young Classic, all the undefeated Emperor's massacre, no matter how bloody good she is. Number 10, Lana. We know she is relatively green when it comes to actually wrestling, but there's no denying that Lana is an absolute heat magnet when it comes to working the crowd. She has absolutely proven herself capable, bringing out the best in Naomi during their feud over the SmackDown Women's Championship. Still, we're optimistic that Rusev's better half will eventually come to prove herself as a solid contender somewhere down the line. Number 9. Carmella. Despite being pulled out of the team of Enzo Cass, the Princess of Staten Island hasn't let that hold her back. In fact, given the way those two turned out, it was probably for the best. Her singles run on SmackDown started a little patchy, but things quickly picked up after she gained a sit and feather in a cap after winning the inaugural Women's Money in the Bank match. Thanks to a cinch-inless wonder, she silenced critics by winning it again for a second time in the following show. Number 8, Naomi. It was a long time coming, but 17 was the year when Naomi finally brought home the gold, though it wasn't all smooth sailing from there, as her first reign was cut tragically short. After she was sidelined with an injury, fortunately things came back around with her dramatic hometown return at WrestleMania 33 and a defiant victory over the rest of the SmackDown Women's. Number 7, Benigni. Becky Lynch. 2017 hasn't been too kind of the Irish firecracker, especially coming off some huge wins in the previous year. Nutt said she's had some impressive showings along the way, including her 2 out of 3 falls match with Mickie James, where she finally got some revenge. Several losing efforts have cost her in our ranking today, but Lynch remains one of the better wrestling talents on the women's roster. Number 6, Nia Jax. Dominance. Thy name is Nia Jax. Jax's for the makings of a champion. She's been endorsed by The Rock. She's gained tons of cred as a model and shown that she's more than capable of snapping the other ladies like a twig. She just ain't like most girls we constantly led to believe that each year is gonna be her year. Alas, she hasn't quite made it yet, but the only way is up. Roster. Number 5, Natalya. Natalya has proven to be the one true constant of the women's division, putting on top-notch matches with pretty much anyone she steps in the ring with. Just when we thought she was losing steam, Shirai ignited her career by dethroning the seemingly unbeatable Naomi to win her first women's title in over 7 years. One thing is for certain, she's more than lived up to her family name. Number 4, Bayley. 2017 has been a monumental year for the human-hugging machine. She did it all, including breaking Charlotte's pay-per-view streak and earning a huge victory at her debut WrestleMania. But of course, with every up comes a down. Bayley suffered a shoulder injury that cut short her feud with Bliss and hasn't been able to recapture the title since. Still, she's brushed it off since returning and looks to once again rise up the ranks. Number 3, Charlotte Flair. She stood at the forefront of the women's revolution since day one, making the surprising leap from heel to babyface partway through the year. Many were apprehensive of how well it would play out, but as usual the Queen did not disappoint, and Papa Flair must be proud, because Charlotte is easily the best performing women's wrestler on the entire roster. True, she hasn't held the title since losing it earlier in the year, but something tells us it won't be for much longer. Number 2, Sasha Banks. You knew the boss would turn up somewhere on this list. Sasha's time on the main roster has been a rocky ride, packed with unforgettable rivalries with the likes of Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, as well as a number of shocking victories and defeats along the way. For sure, her 2017 has been impressive, but she just hasn't been able to hold the title long enough to win our top ranked. Here today, number 1, Alexa Bliss. Honestly, who saw this one coming? In 2016, Alexa Bliss shocked the WWE Universe by becoming the SmackDown Women's Champion. Then in 2017, not only did she do it again, but she also captured the Raw Women's Championship twice. She's ended up on the winning end of feuds with the likes of Bayley and Sasha, and her improvement in the ring has been quite exceptional too. But most of all, no one knows how to play the crown quite like the goddess of the WWE. Hit like and subscribe for more updates.